Chelsea and Arsenal, team news and injuries. Chelsea take on Arsenal in the Premier League tomorrow, and we have all the team and injury news you need ahead of the game. One of the biggest games in the English football calendar takes place tomorrow at 12 p.m, as Chelsea take on Arsenal in a massive game at the top of the table. A win for Chelsea would see them climb back into the top four, while a win for Arsenal would send them back to the top of the table after Manchester City went a point clear today after beating Fulham 2-1. We here at Chelsea Transfer Room have all the team and injury news you need right here. Chelsea will of course be without Reece James, knee, and Ben Chilwell, hamstring. N'Golo Kante, hamstring, is still out injured until after the World Cup, and Kepa Arrizabalaga, Wesley Fofana and Carney Chukwuemeka will all miss the game. Kalidou Koulibaly is fit to play after his return against Dinamo Zagreb, which is a big boost for Graham Potter and his men. Mateo Kovacic trained yesterday ahead of the game against Arsenal, and is expected to play a part. For Arsenal, Takehiro Tomiyasu and Emile Smith-Rowe will miss out. The game will come too soon for the Arsenal duo. Alexander Zinchenko is back, and could make his first appearance in a month against the Blues, although Kieran Tierney may keep his spot after his impressive Europa League performance midweek. Matt Turner is also not expected to make the Arsenal bench, as he has an injury. It came to an end too early, Thomas Tuchel on Chelsea tenure. It is hardly a secret that Thomas Tuchel was shocked and saddened by his dismissal as Chelsea boss, and his recent interview with The Hindu confirmed this. The German detailed his sadness when departing Stamford Bridge and his vision of spending many years at the helm of Chelsea. "I am sad because I think my job at Chelsea was not finished. I had a fantastic relationship with the players. We had a fantastic relationship with all the staff. We did this together, and I was in for the long run. I was ready to go a long way because I felt happy, but the owners had a different idea, and you have to accept it." He also mentioned his love for the club, something that was certainly not lost on supporters during his time in charge. "I loved every day at Chelsea. It came to an end too early for me. But it was out of my hands. It is unclear when he will get back into football or where it will be, but the German still has Chelsea in his heart and would hopefully be given a warm reception back at Stamford Bridge should the opportunity present itself down the line." Ben Chilwell ruled out of World Cup with hamstring injury. Ben Chilwell's World Cup dream is unfortunately over, after it was today revealed that the player will not be able to take part due to how significant the hamstring injury he suffered against Dinamo Zagreb is. Chilwell left the stadium on crutches on Wednesday night, and had to wait until today to find out the significance of the injury, and the diagnosis is certainly not good, and probably worse than originally thought. The hamstring injury is a bad one, and he will miss the World Cup and possibly beyond. Chelsea announced today via a statement on their Twitter account that Ben Chilwell would sadly miss this year's World Cup tournament in Qatar. It is a huge blow for Chilwell, who only recovered from a knee injury recently. The fullback was in great form heading into the tournament, and possibly would have pushed Luke Shaw for a starting spot in the England team. That dream is now over, and Chilwell will watch the tournament from home. Reece James has a chance of making the knockout stages of the tournament, but for the moment both Chelsea full-backs are ruled out. Chelsea's official statement stated this: "Following the injury versus Dynamo, Ben has undergone a scan. Results show that Ben has suffered a significant injury. He's unfortunately expected to miss the World Cup. We wish Ben Chilwell a speedy recovery." Chelsea could terminate Dennis Zacharias' loan deal in January. Today in Italy, in certain papers, the belief is that Chelsea could terminate the loan deal of Juventus loanee Dennis Zakaria, despite a really impressive performance by the Swiss international midweek against Dinamo Zagreb. Zakaria started his first game in a blue shirt against Zagreb, and was truly impressive as his side won 2-1 with him scoring his first goal. Despite that, reports are suggesting Chelsea are still ready to terminate his loan. It does come as a surprise to hear the reports considering how well the midfielder took his chance. According to Italian publication Calcio Mercato, Chelsea are reportedly ready to terminate the loan deal of Dennis Zakaria. Zakaria was impressive midweek for Chelsea in his first start, but it does not look to be enough, and the decision may already be made on what to do with the player when the January window opens. Juventus are not able to take Zakaria back themselves, but the situation could change if Chelsea decide to terminate the deal. Zakaria has started one game for the club since signing, and barely even featured in any match-day squads. He is still set to be called up to the Swiss national team, such as his importance to their side. Of course, the reports are not certain, and Fabrizio Romano has reported otherwise, so it will be interesting to see what happens with Zakaria in January. Chelsea are in the race for Endrick. The race has begun to sign Hendrick from Palmeiras, and Chelsea are fully part of it. Todd Boehly and Chelsea are keen on signing the young Brazilian, and are set to rival whoever they have to in order to sign him. Hendrick is a 16-year-old forward from Brazil, and is currently playing his football for Palmeiras in Serie A. He became the youngest ever scorer for Palmeiras last week, and is one of the most sought-after players on earth right now. Chelsea are fully in the race, and are pushing to sign the Brazilian. According to Jorge Nicola, Chelsea are well and truly in the race to sign Brazilian wonderkid Hendrick, and are ready to rival PSG and Real Madrid in order to land his signature. Hendrick has a release clause of €60 million, and Chelsea or whichever club really want to push to sign the player will have to hit that. There are three massive clubs in terms of Chelsea, PSG and Madrid all clamouring over his signing, and each club have delivered a project to the father of Hendrick. The best one will be chosen. Reports recently suggested that Endrick's father had liked Chelsea's package and project the most so far, and it will be interesting to see if the Blues actually land the 16-year-old wonderkid. All eyes on Endrick in the next few months. Manchester United interested in Chelsea target Malo. Manchester United and Chelsea were involved in one of the biggest transfer sagas of the summer with Frenkie de Jong, and they may be about to enter into another one to secure the signing of Malo from Lyon. Both Chelsea and Manchester United are looking to sign a right-back in the upcoming transfer window, and there are few better around in the position at the moment than Malo at the moment. Chelsea previously inquired about the right-back, and now Manchester United are expressing interest. According to Graham Bailey of 90 Minutes, Manchester United are interested in signing Chelsea target Malo from Lyon, and they could push for the signing in January. United are reportedly set to allow Aaron Wan-Bissaka to leave the club in January, so a fullback will need to be brought in to provide competition for Diogo Dalot. Malo is one of the players they believe can do so. Chelsea previously inquired about Malo, and the interest is still there as they look to sign a right back to help lessen the burden on Reece James in the team, and provide backup when he is injured. Gusto is a target for both clubs, and he is likely to be open to a move away from Lyon. Manchester United are adamant they will sign a fullback in January, and may beat Chelsea to the signature,